Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show live here on Pok-e-Jo's BBQ in Georgetown, Texas. This is the state semifinal edition. Your Georgetown Eagles play tomorrow night at the state semifinal matchup against Frisco Wakeland, 16.2 miles down the road at the Dell Diamond. And what a playoff run this has been for your Eagle baseball team. Through 5 series of baseball, only 1 loss, 10 wins, 1 loss. In a battle against New Braunfels Canyon on a game that really could have gone either way, but a big series win on that Saturday for the come from behind. But a great sweep this past weekend down at Jordon, Texas, against Sherryland Pioneer. The Diamondbacks came into the ball game, a top team from down in the McAllen area, and the battle happened on Thursday and Friday nights, and thankfully. Saturday was a day of rest for this team as a 10-inning affair on Friday night. They're in Georgetown over the Diamondbacks in a 2-1 win. The game went scoreless for multiple innings, back and forth, both teams with multiple opportunities. I think at one point I had counted up 17 runners left on base for the Diamondbacks, 15 for the Eagles. But Georgetown continued. These players continued to show the grit and the determination that they have shown all year long since this whole party got started back in February. And so an opportunity as they take their third trip back to the state semifinals, 2015, 2019, and now 2022. These players get an opportunity tomorrow night, 7 p.m., first pitch against Frisco Wakeland, the Wolverines, a battle that will be in the backyard. I expect nothing but another great crowd from this Georgetown community. First and foremost, congrats to the Lady Eagle softball team. What a run they made to the state title game and then lost to an amazing team that I learned this week now after it was all said and done is ranked number 1 in the country of softball teams. Lake Creek, I think they ended 40-0 or 41-0. Just an amazing softball team. But the Lady Eagles, what a run they went on. Congratulations to them and to Coach Hall and the run that those ladies, the show that they put on, different battles that they had in one-game series and best-of-3 series, but going all the way and avenging a loss in the state semifinals to Aledo in 8 innings, 3-2, and then a tough loss in the championship game. And so all congratulations to the Lady Eagles softball team on their run. And now the attention turns solely to this Georgetown Eagle baseball team. You've got a group of 15 seniors that have gone on a run, that have gone to work and been determined to make this run, that their goal was the Dell Diamond, and they're not done. You love to hear it the other night after a big dog pile and celebration, and what a game it was. The walk-off hit in the bottom of the 10th inning to score Logan Smith, the winning run, 2-1. And then the players just sit there and immediately turn to, we're not done. The work is not over. And so what an awesome victory it was over the Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks. Your Eagles continue their run to the state semifinals, which starts tomorrow night. 4 o'clock will be the first game between Regions 1 and 3 champions. And then the Frisco Wakeland Wolverines and your Georgetown Eagles scheduled for a 7 p.m. first pitch. We'll see how well that stays on track with multiple baseball games going on throughout the day, starting in the morning. And so, but at 7 o'clock, we'll have the broadcast on SHN. It will be audio only. NFHS has the video rights, but we will have a broadcast from the booth. Kelly Duvall and I will be on the call, and we'll have kind of a game-changer-esque type appearance on our screen. We can't have cameras in our booth that cast out towards the field. We do not have that right, and we don't want to violate that trust with the UIL and all of that. But we'll have it where Kelly will be in a game tracking mode to show you where the pitches are called and where they are balls or strikes, where balls are put into play as we broadcast the game, just like we do each and every week. And so we're excited for that. 6:30 will be on pregame if you can't be out there, but there's plenty of room, and there's no reason to not make that 16-mile drive down the road to make that Dell Diamond turn absolute Eagle Blue like it did 2 years ago, 3 years ago in 2019 in a tough loss to Colleyville in the championship game, where a lot of the pictures you see, which is so neat to see them sent around the state, and people talk about that's high school baseball in Texas, and it's the Georgetown Eagle crowd from 2019 filling up the Dell Diamond, and an opportunity for this community to go out and support these kiddos tomorrow night. They have put on a show. I tell you what, it's been an absolute joy to call and to broadcast and be a part of and watch these kids, but yet watch the maturity that Coach Vierra and Coach Payne and all the coaching staff have just brought together in the epitome of a team. And it's been a great experience, and the run continues. And so we'll take a quick break, and then we'll have Coach Jordon Vierra come join us up here. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show live on SHN. Be back in just one moment with Coach Jordon Vierra. Back here live at Pok-e-Jo's BBQ in Georgetown, Texas for the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show, joined live now by head coach Jordon Vierra. Coach, not much to say. These boys showed a lot of heart, a lot of gut, a lot of determination, grit, all the words that you guys have said all year about this team. And, boy, they put it to work in Jordon, Texas on Friday night to sweep that series 2-0. Another 10-inning ball game. It's like these boys have the flair for the dramatics. They love to go in these extra inning games, but then they love to win them. And someone needs to walk it off. They got to take their turns, and they passed it around this time to Andon Petty. What a series win to send your team to the state semifinals.
Yeah, it's exciting, you know. It's like we've been saying all year. You get the opportunity to have wave upon wave upon wave of guys that'll do it. And if one guy doesn't get done, they trust that the guy behind him will. So that's kind of what keeps happening. And we ended up being able to get in a spot where Andon gets a big hit and ends up walking it off to Citadel Diamond. And, you know, that's what you play for. You play for the opportunity to get to go play for a state championship. And these guys have worked for the opportunity to be able to do that and have earned that right. So it's been really fun to watch these guys grow and watch these guys mature and watch them be able to perform in those big spots. You know, it's one of those things where once you've realized that you can get it done, and you know that you can be in those fights and you can stay in those fights for a really long time. It doesn't matter if you get punched in the mouth because you're not going to go down, that you have that ability to continue to stay in that fight. And so we're excited about the opportunity to keep playing.
What does it do when you go back and think of Friday night for you and for Coach Payne and this coaching staff when this team continues to show that kind of fight in these 10-inning games against teams that obviously are good baseball teams.
Yeah.
That Sherryland Pioneer team was fun to watch. They had some athletes. They had some players that gritty in of their own right in the way they played and fought and never gave up. Opportunities to try to score. Opportunities, their defense to step up and make plays. What does that do to you and Coach Payne and the coaching staff to watch these kids go through these battles? What does that do? Does it wear on you guys? Is it just continue to be a joy that you know that the fight's going to continue from your players?
Yeah, it's for us as a coaching staff, we know that these guys have the ability to get done and that they're going to get it done. At no point is anybody in our dugout in panic mode. At any point is our dugout freaking out. We've been in these situations. We know what it's like. We got 15 seniors, like you said, and these guys don't feel like they have to press. They don't feel like they have to panic. They just got to pass it to the next guy. And like we've talked about before, of just surround that buffalo, kill that buffalo one at a time, and just get the job done. So. It's been a lot of fun to continue to watch these guys really buy into that concept of, we got this thing under control. We're good. We know that we're going to go out and play quality defense. We're going to pick it up, throw it to first base. Our pitching staff's going to continue to attack the strike zone. And then offensively, we know that we're either going to get the big hit, the big double, we're going to move a runner, we're going to do the little stuff right and be able to manufacture a run when we need to. Or sometimes it's been those situations where you just go out and you just bang and you hit a couple of doubles and make it easy. So at no point is anybody freaking out in the dugout. There's no panic button being pushed. These guys have full confidence in the other guys that are on the field for them.
What does it do for your confidence in allowing you to do that and sit back and watch that? And Coach Payne, as you guys make decisions throughout the game like that, to know and to have a team like this to where every week that we've been back through the playoffs here for the Coaches Show at Pok-e-Jo's, different players come in here, and I usually pick players that have had an impact in a series. Yep. Logan Smith, we talked to him after one of the games, a big double playing defense, locking down on third base side the other night. Even in the face of a ball being smashed at him, he drops, boom, picks it up, still throws the guy out. To see the defensive plays passed around, to see the players like Andon step up with a base hit on an 0-for-4 night. And when Andon talks to Kelly after the game, I maybe was average at best tonight, but my teammates picked me up. But then at the right time, the bat's in Andon's hand when it needs to be.
Yeah.
Ty steps on the mound, having not thrown a lot in this series or in this playoff run, because you have Nick Silva and Jacob Haddon that are doing a lion's share of the work on the mound, throwing great ball games for this team. But then he steps in a position where unexpected and yet reliable, and these kids just keep stepping up. E.J. Davis, Reese Bell last series. Yep. It's just like this team continues to. It's someone is going to step up at the right time at the right thing. How does that? I guess make things easier for you and for Coach Payne as you guys sit in there and try to find out when to pull a trigger, when not to pull a trigger, when to go to the mound, when not to go to the mound, and make any kind of changes.
So there's been like 3 or 4 times throughout the course of the season, from August until yesterday, where we're sitting in the clubhouse as a group and everybody's sitting there and we look around the room and the statement of every piece that we need to win a state championship is sitting right here. Every piece that you need. It's going to be a guy that's going to be able to get it done over here. It's going to be another guy that's going to be able to get it done over there. And at no point is there anybody on our roster that we don't have confidence in to go, that guy's can go get it done right now. And so for a coaching staff to be able to go, hey, we got this guy that can go there. We can move this piece to that spot. If this guy doesn't have it, we can go to this guy. And there's a very large amount of those buttons to be able to push and be able to slide guys around. And so for Coach Payne and I, when we start looking at those pieces of where's this guy going to go, where's that guy going to go, it becomes a much easier puzzle. Right? We've been a part of clubs where it's been very challenging to figure out if this guy moves, really don't know what's going to happen because we don't have a piece to put in behind him or because we don't have this guy. With this group, we got a bunch of guys that can play a bunch of different positions. I think we have more guys on our roster that says utility next to it than any other roster in the state because we got guys that can go play everywhere and they're comfortable playing everywhere. So it's an exciting opportunity. These guys have been doing a great job all year of it. And so, like I said, it's that next guy up mentality. And these guys have totally bought into that. And to go back to your original question, it makes it a whole lot easier on the coaching staff to be able to step back and say, we have full trust in any of these guys getting it done.
In your third year as head coach here at the helm of this Georgetown Eagle team, a lot of history that you have with this team. One, being on this team as an alumnus, being on this coaching staff for the last 7 years, you've been here. You've been to this state semifinal round. You've been to this state championship setup where we're going tomorrow night and Saturday. Are you prepared? Does that help make it easier for you to prepare these guys for that next one? I don't think there's anyone on this team, maybe one or two, that were around in 19 when this team went to the state championship. Does that help you and Coach Payne, you guys having that experience to be able to just keep things on the regular for these kids and not get things blown out of proportion or too big to let them not be in control and let things go smoothly?
Yeah, I think that being able to have been there before, and the majority of these guys have stepped foot in that stadium. And a lot of these guys were in that sea of blue, or a couple of them were in the dugout during that 2019 game. So they have an understanding of what the ballpark's going to be like and what that's going to happen. And I was telling another guy the other day that we spend practice time at the beginning of the season and then over the past couple of weeks. So if we turn the music up to 11, we try and make it as loud as we possibly can, and we try and do as much communication stuff as we can, because we understand that ultimately if you want to play at Dell Diamond, you got to be able to communicate when nobody can hear. And so these guys are aware of what that's like. They have an understanding of what that could possibly be like. Being able to have been in the dugout before in that situation on the coaching side of things makes it a little bit easier to be able to communicate. Hey, here's what you can expect, right? And I think that having that experience and having that prior knowledge to be able to pass on of hey, we're gonna step out there, we're gonna understand there's gonna be a lot of people in blue that are gonna be out there, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna want to take your picture and want to smile at you and want to shake your hand and want to do this, want to do that, and you got to understand that when you step on the field, that we're gonna look in the stadium, we're gonna take a collective breath, we're gonna look around, go, wow, this is cool. And then we're going to put our head down and we're going to go to work, because we're ultimately there for that reason. And so it's one of those things that you get to earn. You get to earn the right to play in front of that many people. It's one of those things where that pressure, quote unquote, is a privilege, right? You earn the right to get to be in that spot, and these guys have earned every right to be able to play in front of that many people.
As we turn to a week like this, school has been out. You guys stay in a routine of workouts in the weight room. Today, came out there and was watching as you guys went through batting practice. And there are a lot of distractions this week.
Yeah.
How do you as a coaching staff keep that kind of under control as best as possible? This team is the talk of the Austin area. This is the only Central Texas team still in the playoffs out of all 6 divisions. It's on 104.9 The Horn every day on the Flex hour. They talk about the only Central Texas team still in the playoffs, the Georgetown Eagles, and they talk about it. It's on Twitter. It's on the newscast. Everyone wants to talk to you. Everyone wants to come out and see these boys at practice and make a story and do a story about these kids. How do you keep this focused to prepare for this week for tomorrow night?
It's pretty simple. We haven't achieved our goal yet, and what's cool is these guys understand that. Had a conversation on Friday with these guys, and then another one on Saturdays. Man, congratulations on making it to the next round, right? That's a big check mark to get to go play at Dell Diamond, but don't buy the hype. Don't buy into it. You're going to have a bunch of people that are going to be looking you in the face and putting cameras and recorders in your face and everything else, telling you that you're the greatest thing that's ever lived. And that we haven't reached that point yet. So there's still a humility. There's still an understanding that we're not done. That we still got work to do, that we still need to continue to stay on focus on the next 200 feet, on the next pitch, on the next inning, and make that happen. And so we had a really good week of practice. We were bombarded with a few distractions at times. They're welcome distractions, right? They're exciting distractions. It's not every day that these guys get to talk to a reporter or whatever the case may be and get to be blown up like that. So it's really exciting for the guys, but again, it's that humble reminder of we're not done yet.
Frisco Wakeland comes in out of Region 2 to face off against the Georgetown Eagles tomorrow night. What do we look for in the Wakeland Wolverines?
Now, they're a good baseball team. Obviously, there's no bad baseball teams to show up in Dell Diamond, right? There's no more bad baseball teams in the state of Texas. So they're a good club. They got a couple arms that are able to throw pitches for strikes. They got multi-pitch mix where they can mix them all in for strikes. They're a fundamental defense. They make it up, throw at first base as they need to. They handle the bat fairly well offensively. They got a couple of guys that can swing it pretty well. And so it's going to be a good offense for us to face. I'm excited about the opportunity to get to face off against those guys. and to see how we match up. As our message to our guys has been all week and continuing to be is we're not competing against Wakeland, right? We're competing against the game of baseball, and they're a good team that's going to be in the other dugout, but ultimately it's going to be about what we can do. Can we execute situations we need to? Can we pick it up and throw it to first base when we need to? And the work that we've put in this week, I think that we've allowed for our opportunity to be able to put a good performance out there.
We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back and visit you at the end after we talk to the three players tonight. We've got Logan Smith, Andon Petty, and Klaus Keismore on tap tonight to talk to discuss some of the Sherryland Pioneer games that they appeared in and played well in, and to get their thoughts as they prepare for the state semifinals tomorrow night. Then we'll come back and wrap up with you like we always do. And get your final words before we exit. But let's take a quick break. We'll come back live with Andon Petty first up here at the Coaches Show, live from Pok-e-Jo's BBQ. Back here live at Pok-e-Jo's BBQ for the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show. And now we sit down with number 16 on the Georgetown Eagle roster. You commonly see him roaming center field for this Eagle defense. Number 16, Andon Petty, joins us now. And Andon, we talked to you after the game and the 10-inning win on Friday night in Jordon, and now you've had some time, and now the preparation begins for tomorrow night against Wakeland. But what a series. You said something that stuck out to Kelly and I. We talked about it after you guys had finished your interview on the field, that you were so quick, and this team seems to have this mentality that I know I'm surrounded. You guys talk about how you're surrounded by these teammates that constantly are there to pick you up. And you said, I had maybe an average game at best. But at the moment the bat was put into your hand, the ball game is on the line, the bottom of the 10th inning, and you have a chance to end it. And you're 0 for 4 on the night, but yet plays defensively have come. The tweet had come out, I believe it was from the night before, talking about Superman, a great catch that you made in center field. But the bat comes into your hand for that 5th at-bat of the night, and it's like it was no carryover from the first 4 at-bats. You take that bat and you put it into play, score the winning run. How does that feel? How do you keep that from allowing it to get into your mind that, man, I'm 0 for 4 tonight, I'm not having a game, now I've got this pressure? You just stepped in and act like nothing was going on and went to work and ended up walking this game off.
Oh, well, I really needed that hit at the moment. I was not doing too great. But I kind of took a breath before I went up there, and I thought, I've seen him twice. He's done 4 sliders, 2 fastballs. I've seen everything he's been throwing. I knew he's probably going to come slider first pitch, come back with it again, and he's going to go fastball. So I watched first slider, fouled off second slider, fouled off fastball. Then he threw a ball finally to me. It's the first one he finally threw to me. And then he came back in with the slider on the outside, and at first it looked like a changeup on the inside. So I was getting ready to pull it on the line and just win the game like that. And I saw it cut out last second, and I was like, well, this is going to get awkward real quick. And I ended up putting an absolute barrel on that ball and launching it the other direction.
The base hit into right field. Logan Smith comes around to score, and you guys win it. As you're going up to bat at that point, the situation in front of you, there's only one out. Do you put pressure on yourself? Is it at ease going, okay, I know there's a bat behind me. There's only one out here. I either put it in a play and score this run, but there's another opportunity. What's going through your head as you step into that at bat? You're processing what this pitcher's done so far in this night that you've seen him twice, and you're trying to prepare yourself for the at bat. Is the pressure there that I've got to do this, no one's going to do it behind me, or is I have confidence that there's someone behind me to pick me up if I can't come through?
Well, I mean, I have pretty good confidence with Mazok behind me. He's a pretty good hitter, I would say. So I knew as long as if something didn't happen and we didn't roll a double play, which wasn't too worried about that one, that I knew 2 outs with him up to plate, I was fine.
You come through with a big hit there. Where is that, if you put that into, as you're a senior getting ready, well, I say getting ready to graduate. You've already graduated. The year is over. You're getting ready to move on to your next part of life in college. Where does that rack up, a big walk-off hit like that to win a ball game, to send your team to the state semifinals? What does that rank for Andon Petty in the list of accomplishments and the list of playing this game of baseball and how fun it's been? Where did that rack up for you?
It's actually my first ever walk-off. Never hit one before. So that was pretty cool. And then sending us to state was definitely the best part of that whole experience.
At that point, you guys celebrate, enjoy that night. You ride the bus home. Saturday, you get the day off. Is it reset immediately? Do you guys enjoy that at all, or is it time to reset, focus, and get ready for the semifinals?
I mean, I felt like we enjoyed it for a little bit that night, but once we got back to the hotel, we all got kind of tired. And after that, it was just, all right, it's over. It's a new week. We have another Monday of practice, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're back at it.
Never had a walk-up before. Earlier in the year, I think you'll remember the discussion we had with Klaus Keismore on your team that hit his first home run of his career and how fast he got around the bases. That might explain how fast Andon got down to first base. He was not going to be thrown out. When you hit that ball and you put it into play, did you know it was a hit at that point? When did you realize, hey, it's over, we won this?
Well, at first I didn't even think he was going to get out of the grass. And then I kind of saw the first baseman turn his head, and then I knew, well, I know Logan's confidence. He's going to take off no matter what, and he's going to try to score. And I knew that guy, he wasn't going to turn around and hose him. It had to be a perfect throw, perfect everything. And I was like, I feel pretty confident with that. And then I kind of saw him start slowing up and trot and put all of his hands down and then put his head down. And then I was like, well, I guess that means it's over. It's game.
To sweep that, move on to the semifinals. Biggest point in baseball for you at this point? Is that a huge accomplishment or just another step in the goal for this team as you guys have led all year long?
No. I think it's just like another game, just another step. We have not won anything yet.
I hear there might be a shirt akin to that. I know there's hitting practice tonight. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah, I can't say the full thing.
Some more hitting practice tonight. The tradition, the superstitions that go in with baseball and the preparedness as you guys prepare. I told you I'd only ask you 2 questions, so I got one more to go. That's the first question. And so, any more shout-outs for you before I let you go?
You know, family, everybody. Everybody, I don't know. Matt Mazok showing up. Hey, man. Jaron Vierra for being there every time, especially showing up to Jordon. It's a drive.
Well, that was impressive to see his whole family. He even drug the littlest of Vierras out there. That was awesome to see, and he did not shy away from cheering for this team. You ready to go for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
Is this team ready?
Oh, yeah. We are ready.
Enjoy some hitting practice tonight. Get well rested, and we'll see you at the Dell Diamond tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a quick time out. We'll be back with Klaus Keismore. You're listening to the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show live on SHN. Back here live on the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show from Pok-e-Jo's BBQ. Again, an opportunity to say thank you to Ashley and the Pok-e-Jo staff for their hospitality each and every week as we've had our show here since mid-March, and we continue on with preparations for a championship celebration show next week after this team goes through this weekend's state semifinals and finals. And so we'd love to make sure we thank them enough for all their hospitality here each and every week. We're joined now by number 3, Klaus Keismore. I'm so sick of all the PA announcers mispronouncing your name. I'm not going to lie. It's just stressful. But I can't get up to the booth to tell them before the game, so I just let them sound goofy. But Ty joins us now. Ty, you were in a position this week in this 10-inning game on Friday night that you really haven't seen yourself in, maybe one inning throughout the playoffs because of all the pitching that Jacob Haddon, and I think we give credit to your pitching staff. Jacob Haddon, Nick Silva, Wade Denton have just done a great job through this playoff run. But then here comes Klaus Keismore in a big game, a big second game against a Sherryland Pioneer Diamondbacks team. You go for a 2 1/3 inning. We talk about Wade has stolen a couple of wins away from Nick in relief on a close game, and then Wade goes in. We get that one run at the end, and then Wade gets the win. And you come out of this 10-inning game with a big win. What was going through your head when we know we've come accustomed to when 44 comes out of the dugout, we go to the bullpen, we go to the mound, and that pitcher's coming out. What's going through your head when you get the sign that no more left field, it's to the mound for Ty?
Yes, sir. I mean, whenever I see him walk out, I guess my mindset goes to pitching, and now it's all pitching from there. And as I'm walking off, I take off my tape and my batting gloves in my back pocket. And it's kind of like as I take that off, it's just getting more into the pitcher mindset. So
you switch from left field as one of the defenders that this pitching staff has become so reliant upon. The catches that in game number 1, you made a catch in left field near the line, about 10 feet off the line, a running catch that was a big play. Took away a big hit, would have scored a run for the Diamondbacks. And you go from that mindset of one of the defenders that's on lockdown mode for your pitching staff to a pitcher now that has to rely on this defense. Is it a different confidence? Is it a different thought process for you? Or is it just a straightaway confidence that you have that you can go to that mound and go, all right, it doesn't matter who took my spot. This defense is on lockdown for me now.
Yes, sir. There's no difference. I mean, I trust every one of them. So they definitely help me. So.
In your pitching 2 1/3 inning there the other night, a couple of hit batters. We get to a third hit batter. Sherryland goes on, but Sherryland was not giving up in this game. I think we've all it was amazing to watch the back and forth between these two teams. Runners would get on. Big plays were made by both defenses. But then when you're on the mound and all of a sudden, does the pressure switch in your head when they get 2 runners on and there's 1 out? Or is it just a total confidence that no matter what situation I'm in here, I can trust this defense to get plays, to make plays, to get outs, to get us out of this situation?
Yes, sir. There's not a lot of pressure. I mean, it kind of builds, but I just kind of fall back to the plan of I got to execute the pitch that's called, and knowing that the defense behind me will have my back. And, whatever happens, it relieves a lot of that pressure. So
you come out of that defensively in game 1. Some of the plays that you and Andy made in the outfield, and I say you and Landon makes plays in right field, and it just seems so. We become accustomed to it. I think as fans, as I get locked into these games, watching and calling them, I tend to take for granted to watch the speed that you guys put on display as you run balls down to make these plays just look common. But plays that are huge that turn this game. But then to go to the mound and go from a defensive mindset to a pitching mindset to control the game and get a win. As you go into the semifinal game, your mindset goes back to the outfield, back to the defense. Is that where you want it to be? Is that where do you thrive to get that call to the mound? Because you don't get the bullpen. You don't get the Wade Denton or the Nolan John Dahl or the Jacob Haddon time in the bullpen to warm up. It's, hey, come out of left field, get warm pretty quick. We need you to start throwing. Is that this? Do you thrive out there? Do you enjoy that in left field and playing defense with this team?
Yes, sir. I enjoy playing left field, and it's just kind of being out there and enjoying the game. You kind of see it all from the outfield. So
let's go back a series. I didn't get to ask you last series. There's some tweet that kept going around about some plate stomp that I have to ask about, an emphatic scoring. I mean, and I've given you a hard time through the year just because it's to watch you play with the joy and a lot of these players, you guys on this team do. The excitement you play with, the happiness and the fun. If you're not having fun, it doesn't. You kind of ruin some of it. And we talked about the home run and sprinting around the bases faster than anybody in the history of baseball, but walk me through this plate stomp. This was beautiful. I believe it was against. It may have happened against New Braunfels Canyon one, and then I think it may have happened against Ray down in San Antonio again. Is this a new thing, or is it just a in the spur of the moment, having fun, continuing to fire up this team and to play with the emotion that you play with?
Yes, sir. I think the Ray one was a little bit less. We got a word from a former head coach here that don't jump on the plate. So, and the Canyon one, I really don't know what I was doing, but there was a lot of excitement, and I just jumped. And at the end, I was like, I don't know what I was doing, but it worked. So at least we won the game, and that's all that matters. So
we talked to you on Thursday. A couple of shots that you took down the third baseline kind of ate up the third baseman Cerna for the Diamondbacks. It's like you had his number. You were putting the ball, making hard contact, but it was right at him, but he couldn't field it. Those come around to be 2 runs that you score in that game. Is it a confidence in that where there's movies out there, I can't remember if it's Major League or where they're talking, or Waterboy's one of them, and it's in football. It's like you pick up that one person, but it's like you felt like you were turning on the ball, you were hitting it well, and Cerna knew it was coming to him, but he couldn't stop it. Is that to give you a confidence, even at the plate, hey, I'm going to hit it as hard as I can, I'm going to make good, solid contact, but whatever happens, happens?
Yes, sir. It comes out with the base hit, and that's the main thing is getting on base. But, at the end, however you can get on base is, get on base. So,
as you guys get prepared for tomorrow this week, what's this run been like for you?
Oh, it's been amazing having the run with everybody and the family and all the support and all the team members and all the dinners. And there's so much, and it's a great memory to have.
And one thing, I haven't asked anybody else to this point, and I saved it for you, and I'll ask Logan. I was out of questions with Andon, so I don't want to keep pressing my luck. But the crowd that travels with this group is amazing. It is so fun to watch. The blue that fills up in these stands each and every week. Do you guys feed off that? Do you hear that, or you guys just shut it off? And if there's no one in the stands, it's no different. Or do you guys get a vibe from the crowd as well when you're playing that just continues to propel some of this action for you guys?
I wouldn't say it puts more pressure on us. I kind of tune out the crowd. But like V said, once we get there, you kind of take it all in and you go, wow, this is cool. Let's put on a show, and then it's game time, and you kind of just tune that out. And sometimes, if they're pitching and the pitcher's struggling, our fans come in and cheer, and it gets them rattled, and you can tell that he's rattled, and that's when it helps. I feel like the most. So.
And you guys as a team enjoy that, feel that, enjoy seeing that crowd, seeing that sea of blue.
Yes, sir. I definitely do. I think everybody else does too. So.
Any shout outs before I let you go?
Shout out to the family. Shout out to Zach's, EJ, Reese. Shout out to the man upstairs. He's helped me on the mound. So, and I guess we'll do Haddon too. I stole the win from him, so gotta give it to him.
All right, Klaus Keismore joins us here live on the Coaches Show. We'll take a quick break. Come back with Logan Smith. You're listening to the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show live on SHN. back here live at Pok-e-Jo's Barbecue, the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show live on SHN. And now we're joined by number 5. Bats number 5 plays position number 5. A lot of 5s around the board for none other than Logan Smith. I think he bats 5, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, behind Reese Bell. That's what I thought. We were talking about it the other night. It's like number 5 playing 5 and batting 5th. Logan joins us now. And Logan, man, we talked to you right after the game. But a 10-inning game, defensively, offensively, one to remember for a senior third baseman like yourself, but none other than the 10th inning. You lead it off with a base hit to left field, get moved around to second. Now a couple of walks moves you to third, and then you end up scoring what is the game-winning run due to a walk-off base hit to right field by Andon Petty. You're leading off the inning. What's going through your mind as you step in there? These two teams went back and forth through the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. Bases getting loaded for both teams at one point. No runs going across. You step up in the 10th inning to lead things off in the bottom of the 10th. What's going through Logan Smith's head at that point?
So at that point, I think I was over 4 too. I hadn't gotten a hit that night, so walked up to the plate and I was like, I got to get the job done for the boys here. So led off the inning with a single and kind of got it all pumped up a little bit, and we went from there.
You get moved up. Zach Zavala lays down a beautiful bunt. You move up to second base. Now all of a sudden, it changes the momentum. You guys have jumped into a runner in scoring position with 1 out, the bottom of the 10th. Their pressure lies in any run by you guys at this point, the game's over. You guys had the comfort of knowing if they score a run in the top of the inning, you get an answer. Having that home field advantage or that home advantage there tends to play out really good in an extra inning situation. Once you got to second base, what's going through your head at that point? Hey, my boys are going to carry me through. Is it, man, we've got to end this one? It changes from the emotion of I got a base hit and I'm on and now I'm in scoring position. Then what does it go to for you?
So, I mean, we were in that same position, I think, 2 innings before that with the bases loaded, and I was on second. I was like, man, this is time to end it. We had 1 out and everything. So, I mean, I was ready to end it that inning, but we came up this next time, and I was like, I think we got it this time. So, I mean, full confidence in the guys that it was going to happen. So
a couple of walks. Eli gets walked. Then Klaus Keismore gets walked. Bases loaded. Now you're just 90 feet away with 1 out. You see an 0 for 4 Andon Petty step up. I mean, the curiosity in your head is, man, is this guy going to show up tonight? I'm just joking. And he did show up tonight. He showed up real big at that point. But Andon steps up at that point. Now the motion is, I got to touch that plate before 2 outs get recorded. The excitement level to it at that point, I don't get out, don't make a base run. He already said, Andon was talking, he's like, as soon as that ball was hit, you weren't stopping Logan. He was taking off. And you got home pretty quick in that. What's going through your head once you get 90 feet away with 1 out and Andon coming up to bat?
Oh, yeah. I was so excited. I mean, because I hadn't gotten to third the inning before, and I was just standing there, and I was like, come on, somebody do this so I can score. And, I mean, I saw Andon. He was down 0-2, and I was like, come on, Andon, just poke one. And then he poked one, so I took off running home. As soon as I got home, took my helmet off, threw that thing in there, and went and tackled him.
I watched that a couple of times, watching where that helmet actually went, thinking, man, this would have been really bad had this helmet come down on split someone's head on the Pioneer sideline. Because when you chunked it, it went pretty high. It was pretty funny to watch. But then you guys celebrate. As soon as we're done, as soon as you guys are done and get back over towards the dugout, you guys as a team and a couple of these leaders on this team it's so heavy with seniors are saying, hey, we're not done. How quick does your mindset change from that point? That's an exciting point in your career. You let off a 10th inning with a base hit. You score that game-winning run, and now it's, hey, time to refocus. We're going to the state semifinals. At what point do you allow that to happen, and how long were you able to enjoy it yourself along with your teammates?
Yeah, kind of like Andon said. I mean, we all enjoyed it. We went to Whataburger, grabbed a bite to eat. We all just sat there as a team and loved it. We loved it. And then as soon as we woke up that next morning, it was kind of flip the page back over, head home, and we got a new week to start.
As this run has gone for you as a senior on this team, as you get ready for the next phase of life, we've seen some videos popped up this week and tweets from other sources talking about, hey, this guy's unsigned. Hey, this guy's you played a great third base in this series. That we talked about that one. The ball was smashed at you. You knew your runner. You knew the batter. And so in your head, it wasn't I made an error. It was You got time, collect yourself, make a throw, and you do follow up with a rocket across the diamond to Reese in time to retire the out. But you played a great third base, a great defense. You and Eli locked down that left side this series, which you've done a lot this year. You two have played a lockdown left side of the infield, which this defense, you can go in any part of this defense, and you can talk about that. What's this run been for Logan Smith to now get through these 5 series? But it's just another week. The goal now 16 miles away. Tomorrow night it starts. What's it been for you?
It's been amazing. I mean, like, having these guys with me along the ride, like, I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. Like, we're all like a family. We all work together as a clique. It's just been amazing. Just nonstop competition. It's amazing.
My wife and I were blessed enough to be invited and attend the baseball awards banquet and to highlight you guys. And Coach played a video that was done of you seniors, and you guys talked about that it's family. Tell us, explain what that means more than, and we all get that. If you've played sports before, right, you understand that. But there's teams that are just maybe above and beyond. I have family. We all have a family. But the family, the bond between you guys and the ability to hold each other accountable and to push each other to be the best, what's that truly mean for Logan Smith and for this Eagle baseball team?
So, I mean, it's like it's a brotherhood. Like, it's like every single one of us are brothers. We all have different relationships with each other, but at the end of the day, we all love each other so much that, like, no matter what, we always have each other's back. Like, whether one of us goes down, somebody's picking them back up. It's just nonstop. Like, it's just a love that I don't think any other team has.
We watch I talked to Ty about it, the mindset that he had to switch from as he came from left field and has to change it based on the rules. And now I had to take out the tape and switch my glove to the pitching glove, and the mindset changes for him as a defensive player. You're sitting out at third base, and you see Ty come out of left field, you see Wade go to left field. Does the thought process change for you or for your defense at all, no matter who goes on the mound? Or does it, all right, hey, we made you to step it up a little more, or, hey, next man up, it's time to lock it down for this guy?
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, nothing really changes. I mean, Wade went out to left field, went by the same thing. Nothing changed. It was like they switched, but it was the same person. So,
and you guys have that confidence and are able to maintain it. Is it just that trust from top to bottom on this team?
Yes, sir. There's not really anybody on the team that we can't trust.
Saying that, let's talk about your coach a little bit here. No, I'm just joking. His fielding skills in the third base dugout have been questioned this year by Kelly Duvall, but he's put a little bit more effort out there lately, so I do have to commend you. We have talked about that on the air. We do like the attempts a little bit better, a little more enthusiasm out of yourself, Coach, so we appreciate that. Logan's tried to show you all year how to play the hot corner over there and field those balls, but you get ready for tomorrow, state semifinals. The mindset, no change for you guys, just another chore. This is the goal. This weekend is what you guys have been shooting for. Are you guys mentally ready? Are you physically ready? Or now we got to go do some more batting practice?
Oh, I mean, we're just staying on routine. I mean, nothing really changes. It's just another game. We have to go out to compete, not against another team, but against the game of baseball. So, yeah, we just stay in our routine, do the things that we know what to do, and play the game like we know how to.
16 miles away tomorrow night, the Dell Diamond take on the Wolverines of Wakeland. Your Georgetown Eagles will be there, loud and proud. To you, we asked Ty about it. What does the crowd mean to you? Do you enjoy that? Do you feed off that? Do you enjoy that crowd? Or are you able to block it out when it's time?
Before the game, you see the crowd up there, and it's a great sight to see. And then, as soon as you cross the line and the game starts, you lock in. And then as soon as it's over, you get back to the crowd, tell them thank you for coming out. In between at bats and different things like that, you can hear them get louder and louder. And, that's just it's a great feeling to have. But being locked in the whole time and not being able to be distracted by the crowd is the plan, the goal.
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Any shout-outs before we let you go and get ready for that?
Shout out my family, everybody, Eagle Nation, the boys for coming, all the parents.
Now they're in standing intimidation mode back there. I just saw that. That's awesome. Logan Smith, your third baseman, joins us live here on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. We'll take one more time out, be back with Coach Vierra, and wrap it up. You're listening to it live from Pok-e-Jo's Barbecue. Back here live at Pok-e-Jo's Barbecue, the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show live with Coach Jordon Vierra and special guests Mercer and Jamison. Join us now as we get ready to wrap things up. Coach, the state semifinal, 16 miles away, the Dell Diamond, the first leg of the goal for this team comes to fruition tomorrow night, 7 p.m. How important, as a coaching staff and as this community, is it for a great crowd tomorrow night to kind of play spoiler for Wakeland, to fill that place with a bunch of blue?
Yeah, we're exceptionally excited. It's with Eagle Nation showing up, the sea of blue. You know, we've seen the pictures of it, of how it happened in 2019 and what they were able to accomplish, and with the group in 2015 that set the record of over 8,000 people, where they had to open up the berm. That's kind of been the mantra and the hope for this season, is that we force the Express to have to open up the berm. Mine are excited. They've been chanting "Let's Go Eagles" in the car all week, driving to the ballpark, and they see that Daddy's going to baseball, so they're doing this a lot. She's just been screaming that in the back car, which is way better than what she normally screams at me, so we're good. But you know, we're excited about the crowd that's coming up, and we had a conversation with Chris Almendarez the other week, and said that he's getting blown up about suites and extra seats and how many places we got to go and everything else. So it's a great problem to have, and we're really looking forward to the Eagle fans and the city of Georgetown showing up to support these guys.
I thought it was cool. They talk about how they talked about Flex ATX, and then on the news channel how the support has switched from the Georgetown Eagle girls softball team now to this baseball team. And it's like, all right, next step up, we go back to the Dell Diamond. We go on to the next, and we cheer these boys on. And then to see a tweet from Coach Foster, hey, make them open the berm again. Just the support from this community and this family, even as it's spread out throughout the state, of people that support these boys in the run that they're on. And so it'll be fun to watch tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at the Dell Diamond. It's going to be a fantastic. I can only wait to see the color of blue saturate that Dell Diamond like it hasn't been since 2019. As you guys get ready and lock in tomorrow, another normal day for you guys as you prepare and head to the Dell Diamond as a group? Yeah,
we're going to wake up and get to the ballpark at some point in the morning, and then we're going to hit BP at about a normal time, and then we're going to do what we normally do and get ready to rock and roll. So from our standpoint, it's another game. Nothing's different. Bases are still 90 feet apart. Pitching rubber still 60 feet 6 inches away, and still get to play the game of baseball.
It was encouraging to hear that the Dell Diamond was agreeing to keep the bases and the pitching down the same distance.
We were worried about that, maybe using the larger bases like they are in some of the weird leagues and pushing the rubber back a couple feet. But no, they decided they're going to stay with normal rules.
So these boys lock in, and they keep working. I know they've got their workout tonight. They're going to do their extra hitting like they've done and get ready for tomorrow's action. Yeah. The family tradition keeps going. We talked about your brother, Jaron, and his family, even with the newborn, making the trip down to Jordon. It's just fun to watch this crowd. It's fun to watch this community encompass these boys and support them no matter what as they make this run. Tomorrow, it's just going to be another day for you guys. How do you keep that mindset? How do you keep these boys focused on that?
We just talk about it all the time, you know. It's another game. These guys are excited. I mean, if you didn't get excited about getting to play at Dell Diamond, you probably don't have a pulse. But these guys have done a phenomenal job all year of being able to understand that we may have emotions and we may get excited, but at the end of the day, all that we have to do is focus on our routine, focus on what's in front of us right now, and just execute that situation at that point in time. And so these guys are doing a phenomenal job of making sure that stays the course and that continues to happen. And so that's our focus. And I'll keep talking because you have something going on. So
any shout-outs for Coach Vierra before we sign off for the night?
My bitey little girl right here, Mercer, love you. Jamison Eric, my dude, Noggin, love you. My wife that keeps the house floating as everything's going on. All of Eagle Nation, these guys, these parents, you know, we don't get to do what we do without them. So just incredibly thankful for what this ride has been, what this opportunity has been. We ain't done yet. Eagle Nation, show up, be loud, wear blue, and make tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, something exciting to be about.
Tomorrow night, live from the Dell Diamond, 7 p.m. first pitch. We'll have the call here on SHN audio only for those that can't be in attendance. 6:30 pregame. Myself and Kelly Duvall. We cannot wait. We have been just itching to be at the Dell Diamond and continue broadcasting these boys and the great run that they're on. And so we look forward to that tonight. Make sure you buy your tickets. It will sell out. It is easy to fill out this stadium, and this community is only 16 miles away. Make sure the links are on there. Eagle Fight Never Dies Baseball on the Twitter account. They've posted it a couple times, as well as Coach Vierra has retweeted that. So make sure you get your tickets and get out there live tomorrow night.
And there is a clear bag policy again. I was informed of this earlier by my wife. Make sure that you have a clear bag.
That's good to know.
Yep, it's important. Don't touch that. It'll bite you.
Thanks for joining us live here tonight from Pok-e-Jo's Barbecue. Ashley, thank you so much to Pok-e-Jo's and for all the hospitality you guys give us.
You say, let's go Eagles?
No.
What?
No.
We
Mercer,
can't get
Wiggle now.
Woo! Mercer says it better than anybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night live from the Dell Diamond. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.